What Draya Michele just did to Jaylen Green is pure evil. Draya Michele is a woman that decided to get with Jaylen Green. I'm pretty sure he's like 23, 22 or something around that age. You know, she's like well into her 30s. She might be pushing 40, honestly. And she literally has a son about the same age as Jaylen Green. But they're dating. Also, down in the description, I have my Discord and also my Instagram, so you guys can send me videos that you want me to react to, things of that nature. I love hearing from y'all. Other than that, let's get into the video.
Every time I see that lady Draya and that little ass boy, I just be thinking, like, if my mama came to me dating the same age as me, I would think she's weird.
You would think it's weird until that money start coming in. The money make you start feel a little different about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? As soon as that money start coming in, you start going on more trips, start being able to do whatever you want type shit. Then things start making a little more sense. But yeah, no, it is weird. It's very weird, honestly. But let's continue.
When Draya Michele was first seen with Jaylen Green, the world had its opinion. You had the ladies who were on her side. They were like, yes, she got her a young ball player. Man, that's great.
That's not great. That's sick.
And then you had the other side was saying, listen, he's a young guy. She's taking advantage of him. And she just really wants to use him for his money. And of course, in the industry, Draya Michele doesn't have the best reputation. I mean, just Google it.
Woo!
But it got...
I need my hair to get back that length so I could get my aura back. My hair used to be this long and I had way more aura. You feel me? I feel like I'm slowly bringing my aura back the longer my hair gets. You know what I mean? I need to get back on my shit.
Kind of interesting because she did an interview with The Shade Room. And her comment to this question left a lot to be desired.
Do you want any more kids or are you done?
Oh yeah, I want more kids.
Like how many?
Like one, I think.
So like the person you're
I don't know.
dating, you see like a future with them?
I think the question you were asking me is if I...
And Jaylen Green need to call his mama. They probably about the same age. Call your mom to come put her hands on her. She over here trying you. But then again, I'm sure Jaylen Green like he not, you know, treating her for like he not treating her like he really dating her like to marry her type shit. You know what I mean? He's probably like, yo, when I was 16 seeing Draya Michele, I was trying to get, you know what I'm saying? He just living out his childhood dreams. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I think it is. But that's fucked up for her not even to answer it. Like really just change the whole shit.
I wanted more kids, and I feel like I want more kids.
Flat out, the person asked her, listen, are you interested in having more kids? The answer was yes. Now, the second follow-up question was, do you want to be in a relationship with the person that you have more kids with right now? And the response was, hell nah. She went back to, well, I want more kids. And that automatically let you know that she didn't see a full potential with Jaylen Green, but she did see a full potential in having a kid and putting his ass on child support.
Damn!
Fast forward. Let's talk about September 12th, 2025. They're just coming back from New York Fashion Week outside the Manor Hotel in Soho. And it's around 2 a.m. in the morning. There's a 71 gin party that was going on, and you see them arguing, you know, and you see Draya Michele trying to basically hit him, and then people are breaking them up. And at a certain point, you see him say, or hear him say, you know, hey, you need to back the F up before, you know, I hit you or something like that. But she's the one that's being the aggressor. Of course, he's saying that, but she's being the aggressor trying to attack him. Now, Jaylen Green is a 6'5", 6'6" shooting guard now on the Phoenix Suns. And Draya Michele, I mean, obviously she's a lady, right? There is no way that she can defeat or beat this man up. But there she is, a 40-year-old woman trying to fight a 23-year-old young man in his prime.
She trying to hit that man like she be trying to hit her children, boy. Nah, bro. This is a recipe for disaster. They should have never been together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still stand on that. He probably was, fulfilling his old childhood dreams. You know what I'm saying? 16, 15 type ish. But it shouldn't have been dragged on this long, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and get on. She need to go ahead and get on too, because she don't see you as a viable partner. She doesn't see you as someone that she can, spend the rest of her life with. She sees you as somebody that she could take money from for the foreseeable future. And if you smart, you super strapping your shit up, because she won't even be able to trap your dumb ass. You know what I mean?
And once we saw this footage, well, people started to have their own opinions.
I just want her to be the icon that she is and just spend his money and do beautiful unboxing with me, unboxing and get ready.
Get off my screen. Bro, get off my screen, bro. Get off my screen with the bob. What's the girl from Incredibles? The little girl that moving around like that with the bob. Get out of here, dog. Get out of here, bro. We do not want to hear that shit, bro.
Just do it. Like, you're iconic. We know Fupa because of you. Why do you have to go out like this?
Now, I thought this was interesting. The lady was just like, just spend this money. I thought that was very interesting because she was like, look, just stay in your place, spend this money, do all the stuff on Instagram and TikTok, but you look bad right now because you're a little bit too old to be acting like this.
Thanks.
Then you had the people coming to her defense.
He said that he would punch her in the face. Listen, Draya, I don't like that for you. Like, you shouldn't be with a man who just...
Come on now. I feel you. He shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said that for sure, Ski. But come on now. She chasing him, attacking him, and you talking about the words that came out his mouth while she is literally trying to put her hands on, bro. Let's make it make sense, bro. The math not mathing. But let's continue.
Because you get a little upset at him, is going to threaten to put his hands on you.
You're literally trying to put your hands on him. You're not threatening it. You're literally attempting to put your hands on him. Like, let's have a little bit more. As soon as he gets upset, he's gonna threaten to put his hands on you. You're literally getting upset and putting your hands on him. 6'7". Let me get out of here, bro. Hold up.
That's a little much. And yeah, maybe she did put her hands on him as well, but this is too much. And I mean, he's way younger than you. Like, he should be respecting you. He should be putting some respect on your name.
Because she's an elder? He gotta treat his shorty like an elder? No! He shouldn't have said that shit, though. That's outlandish behavior. That's some shit you just can't say, like, in general. Like, you can't move like that. You can't play like that. Like, that's not it at all. But let's take a little bit of accountability for the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he's not actually putting his hands on her. You feel me? Then again, you never fucking know. But I'm sure if he was putting his hands on her, she probably wouldn't be trying to attack bro like that. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you is?
Now, she's saying something that's interesting, that Jaylen Green needs to put some respect on your name. And even if you are physically attacking him, it's not a good look for him to hit you back or to even say he's going to hit you back. I mean, this is an interesting take. Number one, I understand that, hey, it's not a good thing to hit women, but it's obvious you can see that the woman is being the aggressor. And the only reason why she's saying that Jaylen Green needs to put some respect on her name is because of what? It's because of her age. And you'll typically hear this when somebody says, put some respect on my name. It typically means that they have accomplished something. They have been doing something. They're validated. But my question is, what is Draya Michele validated in? Oh, I know.
Got him!
Hell no.
Got him!
That's right. She is validated in getting her cheeks clapped, okay? So number one, just because she's older, it doesn't guarantee respect. If she wants to get some respect on her name, then she needs to act like a lady who deserves respect on her name.
He's right, you know.
This is probably the guy that's paying all of her bills. I mean, he's the one in the NBA. She's the one acting like she don't have no sense. And again, you wonder why a lady like Draya Michele, who's 40, hasn't been locked down by somebody serious at this point. It's all because of the way that she behaves. But wait, there's more.
Huh? You too old to be acting like that. You seem to be the immature one. He just seemed to be the only one with sense trying to walk away from your ass because he not trying to catch a case because he got too much goods, bitch. And let's get this clear, because the only reason why we talking about you, Draya, because you with that man child for real. And he done got fucking got by your ass. You done stuck your claws in him and had a baby by him and all this extra shit. Classic. We be trying to tell y'all little young athletes, these cougars, they be having their hidden agenda.
Woo! Oh, so you do got a kid.
This young,
I feel like I knew that, but I kind of didn't at the same time. But tripping, bro. Tripping. When situations like this, bro, if you're with a shorty that's been passed around the industry, at the end of the day, out of all the niggas that she done been with, no one decided to marry her and spend the rest of their life with her. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, the numbers don't really make sense. Chances are she the problem. You know, same goes for dudes. But chances are, if dudes hopping around messing with different girls and shit, yeah, they the problem that they not in a relationship, but they have the power to get in a relationship when they want to get in a relationship. Her, on the other hand, she got to go for the 22-year-old basketball player while she is 40. That shit is terrible plays. Imagine a world where there is a 22-year-old dude dating a 40-year-old woman with bread. And he's just dating her for the bread. We gonna be like, dang, bro, what you got going on? Then again, we probably might not. Probably might not. Is that even the switch? No. In my head, it's a younger girl that's 22 and a rich older dude, but that's how it normally is. Hey, I don't know. This shit cooked, man.
lady saying that, hitting agendas out here, girl, you look kind of bad dealing with this dude. And
where his mama at?
Hey, you young guys
his
don't really know what's
like,
going
bro,
on.
what do you got going on?
Then she says this.
He's probably mad because he was probably looking at somebody else.
Okay.
Who knows? But he young and lit. Like, what you expect, girl? Like, what? I don't know. He too fine to be tied down to this 40-year-old woman. No shame.
She said, listen, the reason why you probably did that is because you're jealous, all right?
And like, bro is like 20-something. In 10 years, she gonna be 50. Bro's going to be 30. This shit ain't never gonna work. And he's still gonna be lit, probably still in the NBA. But he got a 50-year-old like girl. It's not gonna work. This shit is very, very much temporary, boy. Very, very much temporary. Anywho, 20 years, he's 40, she's 60. Damn. This shit gonna fall apart very soon. It's probably got like 3 more years. If Draya was smart, she'll get away from him so that she can find somebody that's going to spend the rest of their lives together ultimately, because he ain't it.
He's a good looking young man. Women are out there, and let me just be honest, when you're a dude and you have a lot of money, a lot of things going on for yourself, women are going to shoot their shot almost like disrespectfully. I've heard Ayesha Curry talk about it, that she could be, at dinner, with Steph Curry.
Ayesha be tweaking, bro. She need to go ahead. She need to put her head on right. Every time I hear about Ayesha Curry, except for this one time right now, she over here talking shit about my dog Steph. What the fuck you got going on? You know what I mean? Talking about, oh, I didn't want to be with him when we first, I thought I was going to be the lit one. I thought I was going to be out and getting it, so I didn't think we were going to work. Man, Steph is like kind of ugly dude a little bit. You know what I mean? Not ugly, but like just like, like right on the edge, odd looking a little bit, but that's all good. And Ayesha Curry, she do look good, but like she ain't that. Like you ain't that, bro. You ain't that. You ain't Himothy. You know what I mean?
And some woman, beautiful woman, will just try to come and get his attention and just try to holler at, him in front of her face. So imagine somebody like, Jaylen Green, who's young, and then some women are sizing her up because she's 40, and you're in New York City, you're at New York Fashion Week, so the bad ones are out there. So basically, maybe he was showing interest in another woman. Now, obviously, I believe at the same time Draya Michele was pregnant, Jaylen Green had a child with another woman, and they still kind of worked through that. So it could be some animosity tied up with the fact that he's cheating.
Yo, what? I did not know that happened. Niggas living on the wild side. Niggas make it to the NBA and then stop giving a fuck. He said, bro, I'm sticking my willy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be more careful because there is no pregnancy scares. There's no pregnancy scares. It's just pregnancy, player. There's no, I'll get, you know what I'm saying? You give her some bread, she go do what she needs to do. There's none of that. There's no even conversation of that. It's like, oh, I'm pregnant, we're having a baby. Wait, you want to talk about it? No, we're having a baby, we're a family. You're cooked, gang. You're cooked. And I'm not saying that I'm surprised because she's 40. She's 40, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel like at the end of the day, what she probably talks to him behind closed doors, she probably tells him he can do other shit, he could be wilding. Cause that's the only thing that makes sense that would keep him staying with her, to where he has her still, but also he could go out and wild out at the same time. He don't necessarily need to tell her or nothing, but she probably know the deal.
Cheating on her, he's having relationships with other women. But let me just tell you this is a guy that is making $33.3 million a year in Arizona, and I think now he's not going to be paying any state tax. So Draya Michele, this is the man that you are dealing with. And I would urge any woman, if you're dealing with a man that's this, successful and this wealthy, it has that much money, what do you think may happen? He's already an NBA player. When you probably found him, he was still doing his thing. I mean, he's not going to stop doing his thing because you're there. He's still young. And let me just tell you this. I mean, I live in a young country. When you're dating somebody, and I'm 44, right? You're dating somebody even 25, 26, 28. It could feel like, man, this is not really working out. And it's because you are a different generation than the person you're dealing with. You're already experienced things that the person you're dealing with hasn't experienced, okay? They still have a lot to learn. But that's the downside of being with somebody that is this young, okay? They're not gonna know everything. Unfortunately, this is what happens. Now, the problem is you want to have an attitude with this young guy when he's young enough to be your son.
Woo!
Yeah, that's the issue. And you have an attitude about that, but that's just really what it is. If you wanted somebody your age, then what you should have did was be woman enough to participate as a lady who can get a man that age. All right? But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to be Draya Michele, the reality show girl, booty picking it up on Instagram. And so that's what you end up getting. You end up getting a young dude who would accept you as you are. And now that he accepts you as you are, you have a problem with that because he basically is not living up to the standards that you want. So now you're upset. Don't get upset. You got to deal with the consequences of the man you're trying to deal with. And that's problematic for a lot of ladies. Y'all don't like it. Y'all get upset.
Bro, I always say to be with a man in the NBA, and I'm talking about marry a man in the NBA, not just, deal with a man in the NBA, because that happens more frequently. But to get married to a man in the NBA is harder than making it into the NBA. You're trying to do what he did, and he spent his whole life trying to do, And he needed to also be fucking 6'7", 6'7", in order to make it there. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to do that just straight off looks and booty cheeks? You're pretty much cooked. And then ultimately, I don't think, not every guy in the NBA is married, so that's why I say it's even harder. On top of that, you know, you can get banged out by a dude in the NBA, maybe, you know, cool. That's probably a lot easier. That's like making it into the NFL, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, you're cooked. Damn, where's her eyelashes? She got about four lashes left. Shit.
And I just want to know, why are you mad? If you want a more seasoned man, you got to be more of a seasoned woman. And so when you're not a seasoned woman and you get a guy that makes a lot of money, that don't mean that you're not going to go through those frustrations. And a lot of women are talking about, well, you know, these younger men, they're much better than dealing with these older guys. And then you got to go through the growing pains of dealing with a man who might not be as experienced. And so now you're upset. But don't be mad at him. You know, be mad at yourself. Same thing even with me. Like I said, I'm in a country that is relatively young. The average age is like 16. So a lot of people, you know, when you date somebody that's younger, date somebody of a different culture, it comes with a lot of challenges. It just does. And you can get mad, you know, if you would like, but then if you don't like that the quality of person you're dating, ultimately it's your fault. It's not their fault. It's your fault because you have to deal with it. And the fact that nobody else who's successful, and remember, Gilbert Arenas already exposed her, wants to deal with you or put up with you, that's on you, okay? The dating market is what it is, and you got what you could get was a guy that was much younger because nobody your age will put up with your stuff.
Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.